Hello everyone and welcome to Chef Shelley's new kitchen. I've been telling you guys that I was in temporary housing for about 3 months and finally we've moved into our new house. So I'm so incredibly excited. As you can see, I've got all of this kitchen, so lots of cooking will be going on. So I'm doing this tape actually the week of Thanksgiving, and what I want you to know is that there are loads and loads of dishes out there to help complement your Thanksgiving meal that I've already taped. I have well over 60 tapes on my way to 70 videos. So there's plenty out there, from homemade cornbread stuffing to great turkey gravy, to cranberry dishes, to string bean casserole, macaroni and cheese, potato salad. I mean, the gamut is out there. If you want sweet potato pudding, that's out there. All kinds of pies. I did a pumpkin pie just a couple weeks ago. So I was trying to think, like, what's one of the dishes that maybe I don't have out there that I could share with you just prior to Thanksgiving. And certainly this is something that you can make anywhere, anytime. So as you know, I try to make dishes that are simple, delicious, and healthier recipes by making some substitutions. So today I'm going to be doing creamy mashed potatoes in a way that I'm pretty sure you've never made them before, but I can assure you it is going to be simple, delicious, and healthier. So what we're going to do here is, I'm going to just give you kind of some rules of thumb to use in determining how many potatoes you have. Typically, I'm going to say this is about a medium potato. You can use a white potato, a red potato. You can keep the skin on or you can peel it off. But I would say this is about 1 serving for one person. So if you're going to have, let's say, 6 people at your house, and you only want them to have just 1 serving, then you're probably looking at closer to a 5-pound bag, but just count this as 1 person, 1 serving. So you add more potatoes as needed, okay? So that's your potato. I've gone ahead for the sake of time, and I've already boiled my potatoes. Now you can boil your potatoes one of 2 ways. I'm going to tell you the quickest way that will save you so much time. I actually grew up boiling potato just like this, washing it, putting it in the pot, and then boil it, and then peeling the skin, hot skin off. That's a lot of work and it takes longer to do. What I recommend that you do is you take this potato, you peel the skin off first, and then dice it up, okay? And so you're just gonna have, and I'll try to take a couple out of the water here, you're just gonna come out with like these diced potatoes, all right? And so when you cook them that way, and then what you wanna do is you wanna put just enough water to cover the top of the potatoes. Once you do that, oh my God, you can cook it for maybe about 15-20 minutes. It really won't take long. And you're gonna use your fork, just gonna put your fork in to see if it's soft enough, okay? So what's soft enough? Does a fork go through it with total ease? Because you think about it, you're going to be mashing it. So what I'm going to do is, to start out, I've already cooked this, as I've said. I'm going to now pour the excessive water off of it, like so, and shake that out. And then I'm going to go on and put it in my bowl that I'm going to be doing all this wonderful work with. Now, before I start with the mashing, I am going to put in a couple of ingredients, put it on the stove. So the way we're going to make this healthier is we're not going to use butter and we're not going to use milk. Instead, we're going to use chicken broth. So for my vegetarians out there, substitute this for vegetable broth, okay? I believe it'll taste very similar. You might have to add a little bit more seasoning. So this is a cup. I've used a cup with this amount of potatoes. For me, I used 4 potatoes, and you can always add more. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to boil this. I'm going to warm this up. And to that, I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. So I have this large jar. You probably recognize it if you're a Costco person or a Walmart person. They usually have these large jars. I use a lot of garlic all the time. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a moment now. I'm going to turn my back just for 1 second. Just keep talking though. And I'm going to get this started. I just want to bring it to a boil. So here's something new that I didn't have in my other kitchen. I now have a gas stove, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to begin mashing the potatoes, get them going. And then once I get those going and I see that this is boiled, I'm going to be adding that to the dish. The other thing I'm going to do, and you've heard me say this time and time again, whenever you're using carbs, try to match it with a protein so it cuts the carb. So we're going to use Oikos Greek Yogurt, just plain, no vanilla, just plain. And this is a 5.3 ounce. We're going to use half of this container for these four potatoes. So again, if you're going to be using 8 potatoes, you're going to use a whole container. Okay, so again, I'll put all the measurements out there so that you can double it, subtract it, whatever you need to do to kind of make it your own. So before we do that, we're going to go in and mash it up. I'm going to get these going. And again, I only had these on for just about 15 minutes, if 15 minutes. It's so simple when you just do the potatoes that way. And that's really any potatoes. If you do sweet potatoes, again, you can peel them and go through all that worry and pain and hustle and bustle, but at the same time, here's a very easy way to do it. You know, just take the water off and you're good to go. All right, so that was so simple to make. Again, in the olden days, it took forever to boil those potatoes. In the newer days, you cut them up and dice them and it takes less time. Okay, let's check up on our, this is doing well. Let's make sure it's up nice and high. So just so excited to be in the new house. I'm just absolutely loving it and a little bit tired. I've shared that with my family and my coworkers from all of the unpacking that was necessary, but certainly it's been well worth it. So I'm going to just mash this. And I know you all are probably saying, oh my God, she's got all those curls tonight. Well, I just left my hairstylist, Erica Lawrence. I'm doing a shout out. She's my hairstylist in Greensboro. And I always tell her if I'm going to sleep on, you know, my curls, make them tight. And I totally forgot that I had to do taping tonight. So anyway, all these curls, courtesy of Erica Lawrence. All right, so we've got these kind of mashed and that's working its way. What I'm gonna do while we're still waiting on that is I'm gonna go on and I'm going to use this half of this container, okay? So I'm just kind of measuring it out, half of it, good to go. And then in terms of spices, what I've added here, my mixture, I've got a quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper, sea salt, and garlic powder, okay? And so we're just gonna sprinkle those in here as well. And you know, I often tell people, and I get comments from time to time from people that have subscribed to me or watch, and they're like, you have to give the measurements of salt and pepper. When I say it's to your taste, it really is to your taste. So, you know, you might not, this might not be enough salt or pepper, so you just have to make sure, you know, you do what's necessary for you, okay? Now you're probably wondering, oh my God, is that you're gonna taste that yogurt? Actually, no, not really. Between the potato and the chicken broth, I'm telling you, that's all you need, okay? And then if we find that we don't need as much, because again, potatoes, I've tried to measure it as best as I can. Let's, I'm gonna just turn over here for a second and stir this up. And again, it's not that it has to be boiling. I want to make sure that it's hot. So I'm going to go in and turn that off. And I do need my hand mitt to help me with this. And I'm going to just kind of stir this in gradually, okay? Because if I find that it's creamy enough with the amount that I put in, then we're good. I won't add any more. And this is actually looking quite creamy. So still a lot of stirring required. But I tried this for the first time and I just loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And I thought, you know what? I've got to tell my subscribers how to make this wonderful mashed potato. You'll be a hit. And you don't have to tell anyone it has yogurt in it or it's not laden with butter. It's still going to taste so good and it's going to be so creamy, so flavorful. All right, guess what, guys? That is it. I am actually not going to add any more. So it looks like for this batch I've used just short of a cup. And you can always save that for, you know, putting it in some vegetables or something like that. As long as it's okay with garlic. Okay, so now my husband always reminds me, get out all your utensils. So I don't have my spoon that I'm going to taste with. So I'm going to get my husband to get me a spoon and we're going to taste it because I could eat this, but you know, I like tasting this stuff just to see. Okay, so you can put it right next to the potato. Okay. And let's do a little taste. Of course, I have to have my husband to help out. Creamy, creamy, delicious. What I would do with this, again, I put 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and pepper. I would add some more, both of those again, for Shelley's taste and Curtis's taste. I would add a little bit more, but it's perfect. Again, you don't taste any of the garlic, any of the yogurt. It's just creamy, delicious. I'm just gonna add some more salt and pepper and we're gonna be good to go. So we're gonna eat this tonight with our meal, but it's something certainly you can add to your Thanksgiving feast. So thanks for tuning in. Again, people watch this at different times. So this could be before Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving. You can make creamy mashed potatoes at any time. But for those of you tuning in real time, just happy Thanksgiving to you wherever you are across the globe. Thanks for watching. Again, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I so appreciate that. The advantage to subscribing is that you'll get notification of 2 new video recipes per month. I do them every other week. And, you know, it's my way of basically kind of giving back to the community. All you have to do is click the little icon where it says subscribe, my picture, and stay tuned. If you haven't visited me before, certainly take a look at all of the videos that I do have available. And thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.